friends, MaryLue with the Show Me Hope Crisis Counseling Program here at Preferred Family Healthcare. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about how money can affect our mental health and some ways that we can kind of take control of our finances so that we can decrease our anxiety and stress when it comes to money. So it's important to understand that COVID really impacted a lot of us on a lot of different fronts, and financially was probably one of the biggest hits. One study reported that 69% of adult Americans have reported an increase in financially related stress as a result of the virus. That's a pretty big number, so I think a lot of us are really feeling the pinch of it. So one way that we can kind of take back control of our money, number one, we have to accept responsibility. Our money doesn't do anything that we don't tell it to do. The money in like our bank account. Obviously, I have zero control over stocks. We aren't even going to talk about those, okay? They tried to teach me about it in high school. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Line goes up, line goes down. I'm not that person. It takes courage to be able to say that you don't know things. I don't know anything about stocks. So what we're going to talk about is the money in your bank account, and you do tell it exactly what to do. So accepting responsibility for that and accepting responsibility for how much money is in your bank account. So that can be really hard for some people to, have to be like, yep, that's all on me. I'm the person that spent it. I'm the person that made it. I'm the person that tells it where to go. So once we accept that, we can start doing some bigger things with our money. Another thing that we can do to kind of have control over our money is to create a budget. So most of us know what a budget is, but mainly a budget is just you creating a plan for every dollar that you bring in. It's not magic, but it can lead to financial freedom and less stress. So when you are creating a budget, you want to document all the income that you have, whether you're a single person, a single parent with family, or you are with your significant other and you and your significant other have children. It all pretty well plays out the same way. You document how much income you have, and then you list all of the expenses that you have. You want to make sure that you include your housing, your utilities, transportation, whether that's public or you own your own transportation, you have expenses related to it. Any debt payments that you have, your food allowance, childcare and entertainment, and our savings. You want to make sure that you include your savings on your budget because that money's not available for you to spend on something else. I'm flipping this all the wrong way, people. It's a good thing you're not here to witness this. It's a train wreck. All right. So I did a little bit of research on budgets because obviously one isn't going to work for all of us. Mainly because, we all have different lifestyles and we all come from different backgrounds, and that's okay. And I'm sure that there's more than just the four that I'm going to tell you about, but these were the four that I found and it made sense to me. And I have a hard time presenting things that I don't really, comprehend. I can't present them well. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to be successful in that today. So the four that we're going to talk about is the balanced money formula, the cash only budget, zero-based budget, and the 60% solution. So the money-based formula is the idea of spending 50% of your total income on your needs, 20% on saving, and 30% on wants. Your needs consist of things like your mortgage, utilities, clothing, groceries, gas, or other transportation. Your savings consist of your retirement goals, emergency fund, and debt repayment. Your wants are exactly that. It's pretty much everything else. The cash-only budget is also known as the envelope budget. So, made some envelopes to kind of demonstrate that. You allocate your money to your separate categories, and then you withdraw cash out from your bank account, and you put the cash in the envelopes labeled to match your categories. So you could have an envelope for entertainment, and that's all you would get to spend either that week or that pay period or that month. Once it's gone, it's gone. You get no more entertainment. Insurance, fuel, vehicle payment, water, trash, lights, rent or mortgage, any debt, and food. So the money that you budget goes in the envelopes, and then if there's anything left over, you can put that into next month's pot of money so that you can increase your budget maybe. All right. The next one is the zero-based budget. This method comes with the tagline, give every dollar a job. Zero-based budgeting is where the money you have in income matches exactly what is going out of your account. This also refers to money deposited into savings accounts, 401ks, or Roth IRAs, because the money is leaving your account. You are essentially paying those accounts. So here is a template that I found for the zero-based budget. You start with your income at the top. You list all of your expenses, and then the amount left over needs to equal zero because you're assigning a job to every dollar that you have. So some of the expenses that they have listed are rent, utilities, groceries, phone bill, gas, insurance, clothes, entertainment, charity, travel fund, emergency fund, retirement, loans, and then they had miscellaneous. So you could take your miscellaneous and redistribute it to increase your budget for other things. But you still have full control over your money because you're telling your money where it's going to go and how it's going to be spent. The last budget that I found information on was the 60% solution. 60% of your income is used for committed expenses. These include your mortgage, food, basic clothing, car payments, insurance. All of your bills are included in this category. These are bills that have to be paid each month. The remaining 40% of your income is divided into 4 categories with 10% allocated to each category. They are retirement, long-term savings, and that's your emergency fund, short-term savings, and that category is a separate account that can be easily accessed to transfer funds to your checking account, and then fund money. The last 10% is where the wants come from. So I'm really hoping that you got some good information or maybe some ideas, or maybe you even really liked one of them and you're going to create your own budget. But something that I wanted to touch on real quick that I know that I spend a ridiculous amount of money on every month is food. I have a decent sized family. We have 3 teenage boys, my partner and I, so we go through a lot of food. But I think that I could eliminate a lot of excessive purchases if I created a meal plan for every week. And then I could list here what I need to buy at the grocery store every week. There's a lot of people that use grocery pickup, and they say that they've saved a lot of money because they're not just wandering around the store picking up things that they didn't intend to buy. There's one store in particular that really gets me with their 3-wick candles and their 2-man tents. If you know, you know. In the notes section, like if we need to get the crock pot out of the cupboard or anything like that for the week, anything that we can do to kind of lessen the stress in our household activities. I think this could actually be really beneficial to a lot of us. When you're setting a budget, it could help to also create a goal. I like working towards things. I feel a really big sense of accomplishment because then I'm like, yeah, I did that. Like, look at that. That was awesome. So some goals that you could have for your budget is to create a bigger emergency fund. I know personally, during the beginning stages of COVID-19, there was a real sense of like insecurity. We had people losing their jobs or their hours getting cut. We had businesses closing, and it made me feel very uncomfortable because I didn't have the kind of emergency fund that I realized I needed for any kind of disaster. So that's something that I've put a lot of thought into, is building my emergency fund so that if something happens again, or when it happens again, I won't have to lose that sense of security of having an emergency fund. You could have your goal as saving for a big purchase for yourself or for your family, saving for family wealth. Maybe you want your children and your grandchildren to be set up better than what you were. And I think that's an amazing goal if you're able to do that. So you might check out FEMA's Emergency Financial First Aid Kit. It's on their website, ready.gov. It's got a lot of really good pointers in it. So next we're going to be talking about some self-help tips for mental wellness and financial wellness. So you can swap out your storefront coffee for home brewed. It can save money and you can still enjoy your mornings. If you're feeling stressed and anxious about money, call a supportive friend or loved one and start surrounding yourself with people that are more educated or maybe manage money better than we do. It's really important to be able to.
I love my daughter's pieces. But yeah, I thank you for your help. I appreciate it. And so I haven't really been checking too much, so
Share an office, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Okay. So, you know what? I'm not even going to stop. We're going to keep going. This is the 5th time that I've tried to record this. Maybe next week we'll talk about stress in the workplace. So, back to self-help for mental wellness and financial wellness. We were talking about surrounding yourself with people that might be better at managing money than what we are. We only know what we know. There's nothing to be ashamed of in wanting to educate yourself and to learn from others that are showing that they have a better grasp of the topic or the situation. So surround yourself with people that are doing well so that we can learn from them. You can pack a healthy lunch for work or take leftovers to avoid eating out unnecessarily. Edward, I'm talking to you. We've got to start packing our lunch, man. Kristen, April, homies, we could buy a yacht with the money that we have spent on Mexican and frozen ocean water drinks and cherry limeades. I don't know if I'm permitted to say the business name or not, so, but you know, we're going to go broke eating lunch all the time. Think positive thoughts when you think about your budget. Don't think of it as it's restricting you. Think of it as you are building the life that you want. You are taking control of your finances and you are spending money how you want. You're not letting your emotions control your money anymore. Some resources for you. As always, feel free to reach out to us here at the Prevention Department. Reach out to us in the Crisis Counseling Program at Show Me Hope. You can give us a call at 660-626-0453. We're available for a list of resources. It's like I don't exist. Anywho, you can reach out to us Follow us on Facebook. We share a lot of really good information about wellness and substance use prevention. But if you need help with any utility back payments, you can reach out to us and we can put you in contact with agencies that can assist you. We can help you create a budget that works for you. We're all going to be okay. We just might have to work a little bit harder to get there, but we're all going to be okay. Be well, friends. Do well. And hopefully you'll catch us next week when we have another engaging video where hopefully everything will go much smoother. Bye, friends.